Lives. Fucking hell, we're doing this again, aren't we? What the fuck am I doing? How's the 19 of you already? Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. So there's a few directions this could go, as always. You're in charge, particularly if you send super chats. Okay, what's my inspiration for this live? It's been on my mind for quite a while that as a piece of self-work, I need to do this. I need to do this without any attachment to outcome, and I need to try not to perform. I need to allow silences. I need to allow what would be awkward for my ego. Yeah, so for a long time, I've had this story of I can't live, doing a live feels too much. And I think that all comes from when I used to do lives and I used to go into this performer mode and basically thought that there could never be a silence and that I had to keep you all engaged all the time and like yada, yada, yada. And basically it totally exhausted me. So it's a bit of a test run. It's a test run to see if I can do it without losing loads of energy. It's a test run to see if you guys send me money and if it's worthwhile or not. It's but also I want to rant about fucking LIBTARDS. Like, I'm fucking furious, man. I just can't. I actually can't believe the levels it's gone to today. The levels of denial, the levels of twisting, the levels of cognitive dissonance, the levels of ideology over truth. I think it's going to be fairly entertaining / harrowing, but you know, we live in harrowing times, to just go through X. Because honestly, I can't do it. I haven't actually been able to do it. I've tried twice today and I just got so fucking angry. So I thought, well, maybe let's at least make some content out of it. And then the third thing is kind of related to this. Device from 1972. I'm done. I'm done with numbing out every night. I'm done with having a smoke every night and just watching shit on YouTube. I'm done. So basically, oh man, I'm going to try not to reveal what's going to be released over the next few videos as well. But basically, I'm very close to getting a tent and going and living in the fucking forest. Like, I've had a huge breakthrough on that. You're going to see that over the next 3 videos on @aho.greatorex. And it's okay to lose your train of thought. It's okay to just be present. It's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, can you let me know if you can hear me? I better check the chat. How do I fucking even do a live? Oh, there we go. Comments. Okay, I'm here for the LIBTARD verse. Yes, that will come. Just confirm that that you can hear me okay, because I haven't got any microphones on or anything. How is a tent in the woods relevant? Yeah, so there's this right, so I'm really on the cusp of, don't worry, the LIBTARD rant is coming. It is coming. We're just going to do a bit of aho.greatorex stuff, previously broken mirror first. So I'm really on the cusp of letting go and surrendering and letting go of technology, letting go of distraction and all that. But I'm not quite ready. So basically, I'm at the point where I don't want to comatose anymore. I don't want to stare at screens anymore. But also, there's this strong part of me that wants to do something. So if I'm not going to be comatose, I kind of need to be doing something. So I'm not quite ready for the forest. And this is the something. So thank you, guys. Thank you for keeping me sober. I mean, I did fucking wake and bake, if I'm honest. But I didn't wake and bake. That's a lie. I smoked at about 1 p.m. and I just regretted it so much. I was just like, why are you still doing this? Like, this is such an old story. Yeah, anyway, I go into that in all the videos today. Okay, who've we got? We like this guy. Let's get this guy up. Thank you for your support on Patreon, Spen. It is much appreciated. I need to remake my. So when I lost Not Today Satan, I also lost my graphic thanking members and patrons because a lot of the members are on Not Today Satan, and I really need to redo that because it was something I was supposed to do today actually. Would you return to Thailand if you were allowed? this is why I really need the content to be up to date, because I've spoken to this a lot recently on English refugee. Not so much Thailand, more Southeast Asia. I'm done. I'm done. I'm still hanging on. I'm still telling myself I can make it work, but I know I'm done. I know I'm done with brown culture, essentially. And that doesn't mean there's loads of fucking, like I love Southeast Asia. I love it. You know, there's so much I love about it, but ultimately it's brown culture, and it's chaotic, and it's noisy, and it's low IQ, and it's, you know, it's third world. And that is starting to get to me. You'll see that unravel over the next few videos on English refugee, or not next few videos, but certainly in a couple of weeks' time. But I'm still hanging on, and yeah, I just know I need to be around my people. It's not really that these people are bad. Like, I really, like, they're lovely, like, they're really friendly, but they're kind of like, you know, a fat bird's friendly. You know, like, they're friendly because, you know, they kind of have to be, because, you know, I can't say too much, but, you know, it's you know, it's just a circle that, no, it sounds like I'm slagging off. I'm not. I love Southeast Asia, and I love the people. But there's something about being around your own people, around your own culture. Obviously, my country isn't possible because my homelands are being invaded, and we have a tyrannical government that work for small hats and are just beyond the pale. I don't know if treason is even an appropriate word now. I mean, evil. I think evil is the closest word I can find to describe my government and the way my country is run. And truly dangerous. I mean, we're about to go into, you know, the fact that somebody, well, who knows if they actually did or not, but, you know, on the surface level, somebody got beheaded yesterday. Well, attempted beheaded. How dare I say he was beheaded? Oh my God, get the facts straight, you fucking racist. Honestly, should we have a fucking look at X? Let's just have a little look at your comments, and then let's delve into X. Because the reason we have to delve into X is because I have to show you. Because I can't put words to it. I can't express the level of delusion, the level, I can only assume. So basically, what we're about to see on X is people saying that people are burning migrants out of homes in Belfast. Let's try that sentence again. People are burning people out of homes in Belfast because they're racist. So it's this crazy brainwash. I don't know how it is so strong, but it is so strong. And I used to have it, you know, that they genuinely believe that people are racist based on skin color. And there's nothing leading up to that point. There's no, you know, based on your experiences, based on their content of character, based on pattern recognition, based on how they behave all the fucking time, can lead you to discernment and preference. But these libtards are making out that these people are burning the migrants out of their homes in Belfast purely because of racism, purely because they just hate a certain colour. And it's nothing to do with the fact that somebody got beheaded the day before. It's just incredible. I cannot believe it. I cannot fucking believe it. I watched a Richard IV episode yesterday on it. Somebody I really recommend, by the way, Richard IV, if you were like a Not Today Satan fan, that's good content. And he was saying, like, what they're going to do is laugh it off as violence in Belfast. So they're going to be like, violence in Belfast, that's never happened before, and like totally make out that it's nothing to do with race and it's just violent people. And obviously white people are more violent because that shows in the stats, because they don't understand per capita, or they refuse to understand per capita. But no, it's another level. It's another level to even that. It's making out that these people have been waiting for this opportunity because they're racist, and it's nothing to do with them wanting to protect their families from people getting beheaded. Like, it's just another fucking level. It's crazy. And I have to say, for the purposes of this platform, that I'm not condoning what's happening in Belfast. I'm not saying burning people out of their homes is the right way to go. I'm also not saying it isn't. Read between the lines. But obviously, you know, YouTube is very serious, and it's horrendous racism, and it has to stop. Alrighty then. There's the showman. Stop trying. Just be yourself. Right, can you see? Hang on. No, you can't. No, shit, I've totally fucked it up. Where's StreamYard gone? Here's StreamYard. So if I click on this and go add to stage, presumably you can see X. Why is it white? Right, so we're doing this off my laptop. Of course, I don't have fucking light mode on my phone. I'm not that. You know when you see people who share screenshots on X and they've got it on light mode and they're always a fucking retard. Interesting, isn't it? Right, so then if I click on my actual X, I think you guys can still see me. Like I say, it's the first time I've done this for about, God, it must be 6 months. So if somebody, I'll just go down to the bottom of the comments. If somebody could tell me, what have I just said that makes you think that? I'm nationalist and I have discernment, which is what retards call racism. So I'm about to release a video on @aho.greatorex. After this live, I'll release it straight away. That talks about Vietnam and compares the two cultures, and talks about how racism doesn't exist. It's an anti-white word. It's making us allow. We're the only race that have been indoctrinated into believing in racism and equality. All the others still have discernment and preference. You ask anyone in Southeast Asia which is the best country in the world, and they'll say their own country. And for them, it's true. From their perspective, it's true, because obviously that's the culture they know and that's the culture they love. We're the only ones that can't say that, and we're the only ones that have been taught that we need other people. We need cultural enrichment. Why do you think I'm in Vietnam? Do you think it's because they want cultural enrichment? No, it's because they want my fucking money. It's because they recognize that people like me bring a lot of money in, and that's why they put up with us. There's no, they're not telling the people of Vietnam that they need other cultures, that multiculturalism is the way forward. No, there's none of that fucking bullshit. Everyone's got a Vietnamese flag outside. The police do a Vietnamese chant every morning. This is so come in, spend your money, you're allowed in for this amount of time, and if you break any of our laws, get the fuck out, and we'll extort the fuck out of you as we do it. That is answers your question somehow. All right, someone needs to tell me. Hi, Lisa, welcome. Someone needs to tell me, right now, can you see me still, and is everything fine? Can you just let me know that, and then we can continue. Of course, no one's fucking letting me know. Yes. Okay. Right, so I think this is probably one of them. Just home from dealing with the consequences of tonight's lawlessness. Okay, where's this going, I wonder? Perhaps some of the English right-wing influencers, oh God, and local politicians enthusing about these protests would explain to children I met why they have no beds to sleep in tonight. Because someone got beheaded yesterday, and we don't want any more people getting beheaded. And yes, there is going to have to be some really unsightly scenes, and some circumstances are going to occur that are going to be hard on the emotions. Like seeing Andrew Tate fucking nailed this, and I'm no massive Andrew Tate fan, although I think he's a fucking dickhead, but I think he's right in most of everything he says. And he said, if I've got 10 chocolate bars, and 8 of them are gorgeous, pure chocolate, and 2 of them are poisoned, and obviously you don't know which one, it's Russian roulette. Are you going to try and eat the 8 chocolate bars knowing that 2 are poisoned? And it was just such a great analogy for immigration. In his analogy, 80% of them are all right and 20% of them are beheading you. But you're not going to put up with the 20% beheading you. You're not going to put up with the 80% due to the 20% beheading you. I would actually argue that it's probably the other way around. It's more like 80% of wrong-uns, maybe not like beheading levels of wrong-uns. So yeah, that one was easily explained, Matthew O'Toole. And yes, what a fucking tool you are! Fuck me. I mean, honestly, are these people real? Is this real? Is Harry Eccles real? Is that a real person? And if it is real, is it paid? Or are people actually this stupid? Do people hate themselves so much that they are projecting that externally into wanting to see the race genocided? And obviously that would be in their subconscious. Obviously they wouldn't be aware of that if that is the case. But I think that's the only explanation at this point. Arrest the rioters, arrest the arsonists, arrest the politicians who incited the riots. Enough is enough. That's our phrase. I just can't believe how divided everything is now, and obviously that's all, you know, exactly done by the, you know, the ones that wear the silly hats. But I just can't. I just can't believe people are reacting like this. Like, what else can the Northern Irish do? What else can any of us do? But the difference is the Northern Irish, very recently, like these gangs that have gone out there, like they're based on, you know, the troubles in Ireland. Like, it's very recent, but they know guerrilla tactics. They know how to fight. You know, they very recently. And this is the issue. This is why the government are trying to force a civil war now, before we're ready, before we're organised, before we've worked out that it has to be. Well, I'm not going to say that because it could get done for incitement, but it has to be a lot more organised than people just going out into the streets. And I think that's why they're pushing it now before we work that out. Because if we do it now, they can quash it, no problem at all, and they can demonise it, and they can demoralise us. You know, if you like, think about the recent Irish protest, which was all a psyop, by the way. Like, if you listen to Thomas Sheridan, really wise man, Irish, he said from day one that Irish protest, like, he knew all those top farmers that were the leaders of it. Like, he was like, this is a total psyop. Like, he wasn't even going to psyop levels. I can't actually quite remember, but he basically, from the moment that Ireland protest kicked off, and he was right, you know, said that this is not the real deal. And what happened to that? Like, that just disappeared. Like, I mean, that felt really good for a bit, didn't it? But what was the point I was making? Yeah, like, so that is more. It is. Well, we haven't even got a comparison. We haven't, like, what have we got? The Tommy Tard process. Like, we've got nothing that we can even compare to that. They managed to shut down Ireland for, what was it, 3 days, maybe 4 days. Like, we can't even begin to touch that. Like, what have we got? We've got people kicked off for a couple of days after Southport, maybe, is the closest we've got. And that still didn't work. So, you know, this shit has got to be deeply organised. If in a hypothetical situation people were going to do that, but of course I'm not condoning that. Violence is not the answer. Of course, you should just keep voting, even though we all work for the same club. And if a real person did get in, they would be ended straight away, just like anyone who has found a cure for certain diseases that a lot of people are scared of, or certain inventions that get rid of petrol, like cars that run on water. All of them, off. So if you think that Rupert Lowe is the real deal, and you think he has even got to a position he's already got to without being offed, and if you think he's going to get into power and he's not one of them, then you're retarded. You need to really look into Tartaria and the Mudfloods. Like, once you fucking look into that, in the 1800s, they literally reset everything. They put anyone who wouldn't acknowledge the new future, who wouldn't stop talking about the past, you know, when we had like Tesla technology and Tartarian, you know, all the structures you see around you clearly weren't built by peasants in cars with no power tools. Like, look at what's going on in Egypt. Look at what's going on in Peru. Like, you honestly think that any of that wasn't built with like laser technology? Or look at our cathedrals, or the Arc de Triomphe, or any of the architecture in London, or Hebden Bridge, or, you know, all fucking over. It's even in Africa. Unbelievable, isn't it? Africa, they actually built something. But obviously it wasn't them. It was previous generations. So once you realise what I'm saying, here's the key. Once you realise that whoever controls things, whichever group, obviously I know who it is, and I think most of you do, but, you know, whoever is controlling it, they did a great reset in the 1800s and erased a whole generation. That's what all the orphanages were. That's what all the mental hospitals were. And if you look at the reasons these people got institutionalized, it was stuff like religious fanaticism, reads too much, you know, I mean, it was just crazy, like Pol Pot, Cambodia type stuff. So basically, it was anyone intelligent, anyone who wouldn't pretend they didn't know what the past was, they got erased, and then the kids went into these orphanages, which people know about. Like even normies know about the orphanages of the 1800s, but no one ever asked like why were there all these orphans. So all of that is to say they didn't go to all that trouble to do this massive reset to then give you democracy, to then give you Rupert Lowe, who's going to save the fucking. Right, what about now? Fuck me, man. Am I back? I just don't fucking believe it. Am I back? Am I back? Oh, right, I'm not at the bottom. Okay, right. Okay, so we're back.
Honestly, man, how much of that epic rant did you miss? So we're now just on the fucking, I don't know what this sounds like. I've ditched the fucking Osmo. I don't know what the fuck happened. Can you hear it? Does it sound all right? Let me know that first. And then let me know, where did we get to in that epic rant? I mean, there's no way I can redo it. It was just a fucking off-the-cuff fucking rant. I saw some retard say Tartaria is bollocks, so that tells me you got some way into it. If a retard could explain, oh, right, this is a retard. Explain why it's bollocks, or are you just retarded? If you're vaccinated, your opinion is irrelevant, and we don't want to know. But you know, if you're telling me that you've looked into it and you think it's bollocks, I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say. I mean, I think you're going to be completely wrong, but I imagine you're just a retard who's not even looked into it. Because honestly, it's not even deniable. Like once you look into it, that's it. It's done. Like it's all right there. Like it's literally like it's not like flat Earth or questioning the spinning ball, I should say. Where you know, I mean, that's so fucking obvious as well. All you have to do is look at anything NASA does. I mean, look at the moon landing. It's so fucking obvious. Right. So this, I'm interested in this perspective. I'm open to that. That's definitely a possibility because everything's a fucking lie and a mystery and a fucking nightmare. I'm totally open to that. But if it's just like it's bugs, I just got me booster, then yeah, not so much. Oh, you fucking piece of shit, man! I can't believe that. So how far into the rant did we get? Yeah. I mean, I can't remember the exact details, but he was a pretty good guy, wasn't he? I think. I mean, my God, like the stuff he did, like the viaducts he built. I mean, I'm forgetting all the details, but like the welfare systems he brought in, he was a really good guy. And basically, he's one of the ones that wouldn't take on the Jewish banking system. Oh, shit. Sorry, that word just slipped out. YouTube, obviously, but totally unrelated to that word, but just slipped out. He's, you know, the banking system. He's one of the few countries that won't take it on. All of which have been invaded now. Like, what was it? It was like, I mean, it's just all the ones that have been invaded: Iran, Iraq, Libya. It goes on. There's about 6 or 7 of them, and I think Iran was the last one that we had to the small. Oh yeah, we can say small hats. I think. All right, this guy's fairly conscious, although I have just done a video ripping him apart today. Let's see what he says. Wagner wheel people can't build stall buildings, duh. So I'm pretty sure he's agreeing. Like, of course, Wagner wheel people can't build stone buildings. Yeah, so he's saying the absolute obvious. So for the people that are saying Tartaria is a myth, tell me who sorry, I just got distracted by a comment. Tell me who built these buildings, because if you're honestly going to say that it was peasants in carts with no electric tools, no laser technology, then you might as well go and get a few more boosters and finish yourself off, love. All right, so what we're going to do for the rest of it, am I just going to read through your comments? I kind of didn't really want to do that because I was hoping I'd get some super chats, but if I just read your comments and no one will send any super chats. But then if I don't just read your comments, it's kind of like, well, what's the point in doing a live? I don't really know. It's all a bit of an experiment. Just do it for the sake of doing it, Tom. Just be present. Just put something out there instead of getting stoned and wanking. How about that for a reason? Is that a good enough reason? Well, let's go back to X for a bit. We're certainly not reading this fucking cunt. All right, let's read this fucking cunt instead. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't do the thing. Hang on, 1 minute. Oh, fuck. Where have you gone? There you are. So we present, we go share screen, and we click on X and we share. And then I think add to stage. Hopefully it won't fucking disappear this time and all that fucking crazy shit. That was really annoying, man. How far into the rant did you get? Such a good rant, man. Such a good rant. Don't get precious about rants, Tom. Rants can happen easily. Owen the fucking Batty Boy. You see these scenes from Belfast. That's our future if Reform, Restore, and Tories and GB and Elon Musk is a fucking. I mean, all these people are puppets. They're all puppets. Like they're not even fucking gonna do anything good. It's so annoying watching these retards spaz out over other fucking controlled opposition. But again, let's just talk about it from the surface level that these people operate at. What? You're scared of this future? You're scared of this future? What about? I'm sure we can find a picture of it. In fact, I better not show it on YouTube. What about the future where people get beheaded? Or girls get gang raped? What is wrong with these people? Oh, they can't be real. They just can't be real. It can't be real. I mean, I get it's for shadow playing out, and like, I suppose if you go into deep psychological levels, then yeah, it probably is real. So obviously, this is what they're referring to. They're referring to Irish men who have had enough of, you know, all the low IQ, fucking low impulse control, brainless animal behavior, and they're going around burning them out. And obviously, I would never condone it, YouTube. I'd never condone it. It's fucking disgusting. But I also appreciate from their point of view, they don't have much choice. It makes me so angry. I just can't stand retardation. I just can't stand idiocy. I can't stand dishonesty. I can't stand dishonesty. And what I genuinely can't work out is, are these people just dishonest, paid, or no, they're not. I know they're not. I know that they're just fucking indoctrinated. They actually believe it. But they actually, like, yeah, they're just so obsessed with being seen to be nice and virtuous and saying the right thing. And because for 20 years that worked so well and no one questioned it and everyone just was in this liberal fucking bubble, probably more than 20 years, probably been going on for at least a century now with liberalism. You know, they can't let go of it. They can't let go of it. And it's all they fucking know. It's all they know. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh, Spen, you've just completely let yourself down. Are you honestly being serious? Are you honestly still falling for that? Like, what chance have we got if one of my Patreon members still thinks Tommy Robinson is anything other than an Israeli shill? Like, what the fuck? What more does he need to say? He's literally sat next to a fucking rabbi, nodding his head, while the rabbi said there's a special place in hell for English people. He's said himself that Muslims and Jays are British. You know, he's a total sivnat. With his politics, white people, with his own politics that he openly states, white people are a minority by 2050. What do you think happens when white people are a minority? Do you think these browns are going to be like, oh, ethnic minority, let's give them DEI and two-tier justice? No, they're going to do what they did in Rwanda. They're going to do what they did in Haiti. They're going to do what they did in South Africa. You fucking spaz. I don't care if you give me 15 quid a month. You're a fucking spaz, man. It's people like you that are allowing this shit to happen. I'm sorry, Spen. I'm sorry that it's landed on you so heavily. But I just can't stand it. People are getting beheaded, and you're still letting a fucking obvious puppet like Tommy hoodwink you. Fucking pathetic. Fuck me, mate. Ah. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot. Lol. Lol. This is how seriously these people take life. You know, there's no hope, there's no point. You know, like, this is a white man who thinks he's fucking awake, is even in my Patreon. He was even in my men's group. And that's his answer. Lol. Oh, lol. Sorry. Lol. 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 Fucking pathetic. So that's, God, that reaction is so disgusting. You know, this is the lack of responsibility that men walk with now. This is the lack of integrity that men walk with. He fucking shows he's a retard. I rip him apart. I give him the mirror. I make it very clear to him. And rather than going, oh, yeah, shit, I'm a retard. Thanks for that. Lol. I'm going to take no responsibility. I'm just going to keep being retarded. It's fine. I'll stay in my co-addiction with my fucking... In fact, I won't go into your personal stuff because that's not fair. Fuck me. And then you get just actual haters. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable. People hating on someone just being authentic and actually speaking the truth. You know, like so few people stand up, and then when they do, people hate on it. I mean, it's just like, and I know this guy's had, I'm not going to put him up. This guy's had fucking 10 vaccines and he works in an office, and of course that's why he's a hater. But it's just fucking, I've just remembered why I stopped doing lives, man. There's no point. No one sends any money either. What's the fucking point? Why do you think I'm going to sit here and fucking speak to plebs like Spen? Are you mental? No, of course not. And I'm actually, you know, I'm angry now. You know, before this live stream, I felt good, and had I not have done it, I'd have had a smoke and a wank, and yeah, I'd have gone into a bit of shame, but it would have been a fine evening. But instead, I've allowed Spen to fucking make me angry. Like, what the fuck? What is the point? This is why I need to just live in a cave, and I need to make my videos, put them out there, and never read the comments. Like, just have nothing to fucking do with retards. And unfortunately, you know, it's 80-20 principle again. That means not missing out on 20% of you that are fucking great, but it's just 80% retardation. Like, what am I supposed to do? I just can't. I actually I can't believe how much that has pissed me off. Fuck me, I need some nicotine, man. Fuck me, seriously. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, is it my ego? Like, I don't think it is. I think what I'm doing is calling out retardation. Like, you might project that it's my ego if it's beyond your perception, but I'm pretty sure everything I've said is very simple, unless you're a complete spaz. So, where, like, okay, yeah. So you could like get down to deep levels and say anything that triggers is of the ego, of course. But you know, I don't think anything I've said is egoic. I don't think this is about me being better than. I think this is just me expressing from my perspective, which is a conscious one, is an intelligent one. You know, like, I can't. What, you want me to dumb myself down so people like Spen aren't fucking offended? But then the fucking madness continues because no one with any intelligence speaks, and we all get shut up by retards like Spen, so we don't offend him. Like, fuck that shit. So I think you're a cunt too, mate. Yeah, that's an interesting question. So of all the people that we're presented with, so the Tommies, the Lows, the Trumps, the Musks, the Ikes. This is the only guy that I can't find a fault in. This is the only guy that could potentially have slipped through the net and be telling the truth. And not be one of them, I should say. Now, he does look like a lizard, which is a bit of a problem. He's got his gammy hand, and he just looks a bit fucking reptilian to me. But, you know, he could just be an ugly man. So if I was to, like, there isn't one Russell Bland, any of them. There's not one. Like, I mean, I'd even go down to, like, you know, I even get to a point where I question like certain YouTubers and stuff, like, who are, you know, not much bigger than me, but like, and what I mean by that is like they're low hanging fruit. They're not like, they're nowhere near these levels that we're talking about David Icke and Tommy Robinson. You know, I even wonder, like, are they? So people, these are people who make out that politics is the answer. So, you know, so Dino Bain and Lounger I'm referring to, guys that I really like, guys that I really respect, and guys that I've always thought of being on the right side of history. But then when they go, like, you know, so like Dino Bain is just all restored now, and so then I'm left with, okay, so is this guy just a bit dumb and really does believe that politics is still a possibility and a solution, or is he, you know, is he sinister? Like, and I'm not saying he is. This is not me saying that these people are, but it's, you know, you have to ask these questions. Okay, let me try and answer your question. So, if David Icke got involved in politics, no, because politics is a sham, and then we would know that David Icke is part of the club. So that would be the end of it. So that's the answer to your question. But just to speak around it a bit, I don't trust anyone. I wouldn't put my trust in anyone. I think David Icke is more likely to be part of the club than not, just because I don't know how he would have got so big if he wasn't. Not because of anything he's ever said. Like I say, I cannot find anything wrong with anything he said that I'm aware of, which isn't a great deal. I've probably watched 1% of his work. And then there's Gareth Icke. So Gareth feels really good to me. He has a lot of, I think, I'm pretty sure his eyes are blue, like he has bright eyes, he has good energy in his eyes. He talks about the Tesla machine, and that's for real shit, you know, like that's like, if you care about people, you're pushing the Tesla machine. And he seems to get it again. There's a fucking mosquito, man. I just fucking can't fucking stand the bastard. See you later, cunt. I'm still so mad at Ben. So I think that pretty much answers your question. No is the answer, but also I do think he might be legit, possibly, maybe, but in a world where nobody's legit, probably not. Yeah, and then there's that. And I would go stronger than doesn't really work, but I think that's the sentiment here. Honestly, if you think you can vote your way out of it, I mean, it's just so obvious, isn't it? Like, what would you do if you were a tyrannical fucking group of people that wanted to enslave the world? You would do exactly what they're doing. You know, you would give them Mr. A and Mr. B and make them think they have some choice. But you control Mr. A and Mr. B. Like, I mean, it's exactly how you do it. It's exactly how you do it. You'd also write a fucking book that perfectly matches what's happening and tells everyone to not take responsibility and put all their faith into some fucking being that's probably a demon. But even forget the demon thing, like put your faith in something outside of you and don't take any action because you're waiting for him to come back. You know, I mean, it's just exactly what you do. It's exactly what you do. It's so fucking obvious. I just don't know what's up with you all. Yeah, totally. Can we just call them? And like, okay, that means I lose my parents, but I think we're at the point where I'm prepared to sacrifice my parents if we can just get rid of all the fucking retards, please. Like, I'm done. And then maybe I could come out of my cave a bit. Okay, so Jim Dandy is a spaz. He is an actual spaz. Interesting. Not dinosaurs, because dinosaurs never existed, but dragons and giants, yes. Wow, he's an actual spaz. He's a proper spaz. I thought he was. I did a video on him today. He's a spaz. I can tell because of how egoic his comments is. Like, he tries to make out he's enlightened, but there's so much I need to be better than you energy in every single one of his comments. Like, totally the opposite of the LIBTARDS guy, who is truly enlightened. This guy is just an egoic fucking spaz. Thanks for the 50 quid, Jim. You fucking retard. Well, it's just authentic. It's just real. Like it really fucking triggered me. Like, it really fucking triggered me that he can be that stupid. He's commented again, which is why. Let's have a look. Which is why I put lol, because you jumped to a conclusion and got your pants in a twist. Well, I can't even remember what your first comment was, but it was completely retarded. So again, I think this is, and you know, from what I saw of you, Spen, this is you all over. Like, you don't have integrity. You can't take responsibility. And so I think I think this is what you're doing now. I think you showed that you're retarded, and rather than take responsibility and do the work, you're now doing what the standard liberal does and totally twisting it and lying. You know, because you're not dedicated to truth, you're not aligned to truth, you're not authentic. You don't seek the highest vibrations in life. You seek the path of least resistance. You seek the easiest journey through this life. And that's fine, but I have no time for it. That's not what I'm doing. And that's not what anyone in my life is doing. And I'm just not interested in it. It's just so fucking boring. Yeah, I mean, this is so true, man. This is so fucking true. It's unbelievable because you're constantly holding the mirror up to retardation. Like, everyone is walking around with fucking blinkers on, and then you're just ripping them off. So obviously they fucking hate that. They absolutely hate that. I mean, we've genuinely got people in the chat who think that, you know, jabbing your baby is a good idea, or think we're on a spinning fucking ball, or think that voting is a possibility. And like, so of course they're going to get upset because they either have to accept they're retarded and do a shitload of self-work, which is the scariest thing in the world. Or they have to make me the bad guy. Well, guess which one's easier? Why would I worry about retirement? I mean, I know why you're implying that. But this comes from a mindset that hasn't surrendered and isn't in trust and isn't in flow. So I know that I will always be provided for. And that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be abundant. It could be a fucking jail cell. But the die is perfectly cast, and I'm surrendered to the way of the universe, to the universe. I try as much as possible, and I'm doing more and more every day, like about to move into a tent in the forest, for example, because the universe guides me. So I'm not, no, I don't worry about my retirement at all. I mean, I worry about like the agenda that's playing out, but actually, when I really get down to it, I can see that's the collective unconscious. That has to happen because the people like Spen, you know, because they'll never do the work. They'll never, ever, ever, none of you, like, even like fucking, we've got spazzers like Jim in the chat. I haven't seen one person in this chat yet that is doing the work. So 99% of you in this chat right now are not doing the work, and you'll never fucking do it because it's the hardest thing anyone will ever do. So you'll carry on external rather than going internal and doing the work. And that's why this is happening. This will keep happening. The beheadings, the tyranny, all of this is the collective shadow. It's the collective shadow being manifested externally because it's not being dealt with internally. So I absolutely know that this is just going to keep happening and keep getting worse until you're all forced to do the work, because you will be. You will get to the point where you have to go internal because the external is so excruciating. That's the only reason I did the work. I'm not like some enlightened, incredible being. I did the work because out there was too harrowing. I couldn't keep doing it. And you know, it seems that I came here with a wisdom and a consciousness that didn't allow me to get lost in the external. Like, I went hard in the external. Don't get me wrong, I went fucking hard. Like, from the age of 20 to 30, I went fucking hard. Like, hedonistic as fuck. Push the boundaries to the maximum, because when you are a conscious being, the external doesn't serve you straight away. So that's why you end up like going down all of it, like just pushing the boundaries to the maximum. But once you've done that, it cracks and you have to go inside. So I started doing it about 10 years ago. But it seems that other people just will not do it until there's literally a fucking bioweapon with a dagger in their face, you know? So that's why it's all happening. And it's going to continue to happen as long as none of you do the fucking work. So no, I don't, we just have completely different perceptions. Like, it's kind of like, it's impossible for me to really speak on that level anymore. And it's probably impossible for you to perceive what I'm saying. Because this comes from fear, and this comes from not trusting, this comes from controlling. You're still trying to control your life rather than surrendering your life. So we have two completely different ways of being. So yeah, let's see if that answers your question. Well, what other option have you given me, Spen? Like, I hope I have. I really hope I have. And again, that's not about consciousness. Like, you don't even understand consciousness. But you've given me, like, again, you're just doing the libtard thing, man. You're making excuses and you're trying to do me down when clearly you're the one that supported Tommy Robinson. That's how this all started. Now, maybe that was a piss take. Maybe you actually have a very good sense of humor, which I know you do, actually. So, just for the record, everyone, Spen's a good guy. You know, as guys go, he's fucking, you know, in the top echelons. But he is still very unconscious and lacks responsibility and integrity and isn't doing the work. But as unconscious people goes, he's one of the best. We'll find out whether he cancels his Patreon or not. That will say a lot about him. If he doesn't cancel his Patreon, that will say a lot about him. And I might have to take some of the stuff I said back. But yeah, so there is a possibility that he was joking at the start. But again, to say jump into the wrong conclusion, like, what else am I supposed to jump to? Like, you supported Tommy in the comments, and I went from there. Like, tell me if you were doing it out of piss taking, but I don't know how I was supposed to know that. Maybe I should have asked you before I went on the rant. But again, like, I'm doing a live stream. Like, of course, I'm going to jump into things because I'm trying to be entertaining. Oh man, honestly, I think I would barf into the fucking Lidl owned sweet corn section if I was still having to be around it. Like, honestly, I mean, you know, living around Browns is tiresome, but living around those ones, it's just a whole nother level, man. It's just, I mean, it's just, I don't even know what words to use. Revolting and scary came up, but inhuman also came up. Like, just like, why are they even there? Like, there's no reason for them to be there. There's no reason for them to be prolificating so much. You know, but we should, like, natural selection should be happening. Let's just leave it at that. Oh God, these fucking retards. Yeah, this is the last live I'm ever doing, man. I'm never doing this again. I mean, honestly, what are you doing in my stream? What the fuck are you doing in my stream? It's just unfucking real. It's actually unreal. I just can't. It's pills to swine, man. Like, what is the fucking point? Yeah, he does look like a reptile, doesn't he? It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, totally. Like, physically, I'm not so sure, but again, and I will also say that Lowe hasn't said anything that totally reveals him yet. I mean, he's said some pretty pro-Israel stuff, but I can guarantee you when his colours are revealed, they will be blue and white. And I don't mean the good kind. I don't mean Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, I hate stuff like this. Like, give more information. Paid his mortgage talking kosher shite. Yeah, like, come on. If you've got a real reason why we should question David Icke, then spell it out. Don't just put some cryptic fucking what appears to be a spaz comment, to be honest. Maybe it's not. Like, maybe you can expand it a bit and enlighten us, maybe. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, David! This it's nothing to do with your life experience. It's nothing to do with discernment. It's nothing to do with preference. It's nothing to do with the future of your culture and country. It does. I've been on YouTube for 2 years, you fucking prick. You think you can fucking stop me? You think I haven't worked out how to get around that fucking bollocks? You think I'm as retarded as you? No. Oh my God, why do people ever do lives? I've been watching Marshall and Raymond. I mean, not so much Raymond. I mean, Raymond stopped. He's banned now, isn't he? But I can't understand how he got banned. But anyway, let's not get into that. Yeah, so Raymond's not a great example because he gets really irate with the people in his comment. But Marshall does a great job. Like, nothing seems to trigger that guy. But like, anyway, I've been watching him thinking, oh, it looks like quite good fun. And like, oh yeah, actually, like, I think I'd really enjoy doing lives. And oh my God. Maybe I need mods again. Maybe if I had a mod who just got rid of every single spaz in a comment, but then there'd be no comments left. That's not true. That's not fair. There's, you know, there's top people like this, for example. But I can't, you know, the whole reason I wanted to do this live was for my own good, really, was to have something to do, something to be sober for, something to feel some purpose, to feel, you know, like some connection even, maybe, you know. But fuck me, it's been completely the opposite. It's been awful. Oh my God, the state of consciousness, man. Thank God for people like this. For some of you, thank you. This looks like a good one. Oh yeah, let's just focus on some good ones for a bit. I also appreciate that the live wouldn't be fucking nearly as interesting if we banned all the retards, so it's a difficult one. But what I'm done with is I'm done with anything that doesn't serve my soul. So this is not today's Satan content. This is, and it appears lives as well. I'm only interested in surrendering now. I'm only interested in doing things that are aligned and serve my soul and make me feel good. So obviously the egoic part of me, the part of me that lives in scarcity and fear, wants to do these lives, wants to create Not Today Satan content because it wants more. It's in the external, it's scared. It wants to grow a big pile of money and feel safe because of this pile of money. Even though every time it's had a pile of money in the past, it's caused nothing but stress. But I'm done with that. I like the last bits of that are dying off, and anything that I do now that is of survival, that is of the ego, that is of scarcity story, that is of lack, just makes me feel sick. I can't do it. So yeah, I am going to bring up today's Satan back, but it's going to be very different. It's going to be very different. And it's not just going to be like 3 videos a day just to try and get views. You know, it's going to be what I want to talk about. Oh, this life has been so disappointing. Like I've been telling myself for a few weeks now that lives are the way forward for me, that lives are what I'm going to do in the evenings, that lives are going to enhance my life somehow. Fuck. Not one super chat and a load of fucking retards. Like, no, I'm not fucking doing this. No fucking way. Tel Aviv Tommy didn't care when the local shanked a woman to bits in Belfast in March, and the local that stabbed a guy in the head inside. I mean, from what I see, I mean, it's just a complete joke. There's no point even really discussing him. But from what I see, he does a pretty good job at kicking up anger, and he does a pretty good job at sharing what's going on. And he has done some, like, this is why people fall for him, because he has done some great work. Like, I mean, his original work on Luton and the way certain types of people are, and then later on with the grooming gangs was phenomenal. I remember when and he was a big part of my awakening. You know, like he's definitely served a role, but now he's a gatekeeper, and now everyone's getting stuck at the gate. But when I first watched his Oxford speech, I was blown away because I was retarded. I believed he was a racist. I still watched. I don't know if I watched the news, but I certainly watched stuff like Question Time. So I just thought he was racist, and I thought racism existed. Like I was still that retarded to just think that racism was a thing, you know, but it wasn't based on experience. Yeah, I don't think you can use that against him. If it's true, I don't know if it's true, but I don't think you can use that against him because, you know, you're going to be going back. I know you're going to be going back 20, 30, 40 years here. The Green Party was a very different beast. I used to fucking support Jeremy Corbyn and was vegan. I didn't vote for him because I couldn't be asked to register, and I couldn't be asked to go and queue up and all that. But you know, like, so what? So I can't speak now because I once thought Jeremy Corbyn was the answer and I was once vegan. Like, it's just retarded, to be honest. It's just like what you're doing is you're shutting down good people again. Like it's people like you who probably can't speak, probably can't even show their own profile pic, can't use their real name, can't stand up, can't fucking lead, but yet you'll shoot down anyone that can. Disgusting. Maybe we will do a live again. RSD, what the fuck's that? That sounds like brown money. I don't want fucking brown money. Fuck me, I'm joking. I really appreciate it, whatever it is. RSD currency. What the fuck is this shit? Why am I having to do I'm not a robot capture? This is all so they can get. Oh, it's Vietnamese Dom. No, can't be. Why is Vietnamese Dom come up? What country? Oh, Serbia. RSD currency to UK. Oh my God, that's quite a lot of money. Well, maybe we will do a fucking live again. Forget everything I just said about only doing stuff that serves me and being completely aligned. If you send me money, oh no, it's not. It's £1.84. All right, it still stands. We're not doing lives anymore. What about Boris Becker? I have no issues with Boris Becker. Don't tell me. I mean, he's going to be in here. Fucking... Maybe if I had to fucking join, but then it'd just be boring. I'd get all self-conscious. I wouldn't trigger you all, though. I wouldn't call you all retards. I wouldn't lose a load of fucking subscribers. I won't lose a Patreon member. I'd be much nicer because I'd be all self-reclusive and what's the word? Oh fucking hell. Oh fucking hell. I just can't fucking do this shit. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. So you think I go to parties? Like, this is how little you get it, man. Like, so this is the biggest retard in the comments. Like, just a horrible, horrendous man. Like, just full of hate. That's all he knows is hate for obviously himself, and that's projected outwards. Like, he's so retarded, he thinks that I would want to go to parties. Like, he can't even comprehend what is meant by consciousness, what is meant by awareness. You know, he just can't comprehend anything I'm saying. He thinks I would want to go to a party, and he thinks I'm going to be upset that I wouldn't be fun at a party. Like, are you mental? I did all that in my 20s. I was the fucking main guy at every single party, and I walked away because I realized that you're all fucking retarded. Oh God, this guy is he's despicable. He'll be getting blocked so soon, man. I nearly blocked him today. I let them in for about 2 weeks, and then I just, you know, at first it's almost amusing, and they don't really bother me. But then when it's just constant, man, constant, like, and it's just so, like, so dumb. I've totally explained what he did. You know, what did he do? Like, I mean, like, how stupid are you? Like, why? What's going on? Like, why are you so stupid? I just don't understand such stupidity, man. No, I'm basically having a wanker day, although I don't think I have wanked for 2 days. It's so interesting. I've just done a video on it, actually, not wanking, more just my lack of desire for sex. Like, I don't. If I was to tug, it's purely because I want to escape the moment. It's not about sexual desire or fantasizing over a particular person. Like, that just never happens anymore. I just did a video, like, basically, you know, like, what do you do when you don't even want to have sex anymore? Like, so this is basically the edge that I'm on at the minute, where there's nothing left for me to experience or do in this world other than nothing. And that's a big something. Like, that's huge. And that's where all this is fucking leading to. That's why all this noise has been going on in my life so intensely for certainly since I left. No, I mean, it was going on in England as well, but like definitely for the last year, like noise has been a massive thing. And then it's got really intense the last 3 months, and it's just before I had this breakthrough and going to surrender in the forest. And it's like, it's just been pushing me. It's just been like, you know, if you keep hanging on to any element of the matrix, we're just going to make it hell for you. Like, you're done with the matrix. Like, you're ready to be in the forest. And of course, it's all stepping stones. So like, then the universe provides a house that's pretty much in the forest, and then I meet a guy living in a tent in the forest, and you know, that shows me a bit more, that inspires me a bit more, and it's all going to unfold on my other channel over the next few videos. I think there's a couple of videos just ranting about this fucking beheading and the retards. Yeah, so today I've got one ranting video about the retards, which I think I've pretty much covered in this live. And then at 5:30, I've got what I think is a really good video on aho.greatorex, where I actually get rejected by this guy in the forest. I tried to communicate with this guy in the forest for the first time, and he totally fucks me off. It's fucking fantastic. Yes. Yeah, I mean, this guy's really on it. I really like this guy. I think you might be a member of some sort. Or you're a Patreon, aren't you? Yeah, I really fucking like you, man. Oh, this guy's wise. I really like this guy's wise. Nobody chooses to do the work. Spot on. I mean, of course, this guy's way more enlightened than I am. But yeah, that's exactly it. Like, no one chooses to work. Like, you have no idea how horrendous the work is. And of course, there's the paradox. So there's the other side to that. There's the piece on the other side. There's the living in the forest. There's the not living in England. There's the not to create your own income. All these things that come with it. But it's fucking horrendous. Like, no one's going to choose to do that. No one. Like, just think how scared you are of getting well in an ayahuasca ceremony. So being sick in an ayahuasca ceremony, you'd be like, "What? I'm not doing that." Well, that's like the most basic fucking first level of it. Like, it's fucking horrendous. No one's choosing to do it. You know, until your lands get invaded by fucking bioweapons and you have a treasonous government and you find yourself in a forest in Vietnam, then what is there left to do? I had to do a lot of work to get to a forest in Vietnam, trust me. So this is going to be retarded. I love you, man. Right, so I'm going to try not to get too angry with this one. But don't understand your hatred. I mean, what's the point, man? Oh, yeah, of course. It's because, yeah, it's just my paranoia, yeah. He's on our side, mate. Oh, my God. What I don't get is how do these people listen to me and not see my wisdom? And not, like, when I watch somebody who's clearly wiser than me, I just, like, see it straight away. And I'm not saying I don't question anything, but if a question came up, especially like on something as basic as this, it's so fucking obvious, I would question myself. So, like, as you'll see with this man that rejects me in the forest, I don't go into, oh, he's a dickhead, he's rude, he's rejected me. I go into, oh, yeah, I can see why he's rejected me because I approached him like this and I did this and I did that. Like, self fucking reflecting. Like, so this guy watches my content and thinks that he can tell me about Tommy Robinson. I mean, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind why people are so egoic. Like, there's no self-awareness in this man at all. Like, he can, and I'm not saying I'm amazing, but I'm saying I'm good enough for you to question yourself before you question me. Surely. Especially when I've just broken it all down for you and told you about him sitting next to rabbis and that his politics by 2050 will result in white people being a minority and therefore being exterminated. I mean, what more do you need than that? But now it's because I'm smoking. Because I'll tell you what it is, it's because you need a hero. It's because you're a fucking pussy and you've not done the work. So you need a fucking hero and you can't let go of your fucking fake hero because you can't do the work. So instead, you're going to project onto me that I'm paranoid because I smoke a fucking green plant. It's just a whole new level of retardation that we're approaching now, because people have to become more retarded to prevent themselves from doing the work. It's like the more harrowing the external gets, the more you have to be of the external to avoid the internal. So I think, Tom, I think it might not be so bad. I might be able to do a live again. He's the Pied Piper, clear as day to me. Oh, thank God. You've grabbed the wrong end of the state because you've not had enough blunts yet. So he has to do his little ego thing. That's fine. Let's let him do his ego thing. But at least he's not a complete retard. Now dump me bird. The comfortably dumb. Oh, this is Fat Shug. He'll be good. The comfortably dumb resent it when you lift the veil off their illusions. No, nothing more needs to be added to that. It's just fucking perfect. Anyway, I'm done. I'm going to skip to the end. This has been it's just been awful. I'm never doing it again. How long did we do? An hour. And I got, what did I get? £1.87. Well, thank you to the person who sent 250 Serbian dinar. I do appreciate it, but not enough to come and do this again. Oh, fucking hell. Don't be going after your audience. I fucking hate this shit. I quite like you, but I hate this. So be inauthentic is what you're saying. Don't be truthful. Don't be honest because you'll ruin your YouTube career. I don't care about my fucking YouTube career. I care about being honest. It's all I care about. But you people will never get that because you've never even sensed it. You've never even sensed what it is to have integrity. You know, like, you honestly think that I should sell out to be popular? Like, no. Of course, I'm not going to just sell out to be popular. I'm here to live the most enlightened journey that I possibly can. And that's not me saying it's a very enlightened one. I'm fucking retarded. But, like, that's my dedication. It's not views on fucking YouTube. And also, I know that if I'm aligned, if I make the sacrifices that the ego desires, if I'm authentic and I am willing to lose my YouTube channels over that, then I know I'll be rewarded. And that's not why I do it. I do it because I don't want to come back to this stupid fucking planet. You know, I do it because when I pass over, I want to have some choice. And you can't live inauthentically in this life and be fake in this life for the money, for the adulation, for the fame, and then expect to have any say when you pass over. Like, no, you have to walk it in this life. So I will go after my audience if they're retarded, and I will risk losing my channel and losing subs and losing all that. Like, I can't say I don't care. Like, of course, my ego cares. Of course, my ego doesn't want that. But if that's what has to happen for me to live truthfully and authentically and in an aligned fashion, then that's what I'll do. I mean, I guess the other option would be to never do a live, get rid of Tom Greatorex, and just make little entertaining videos on English refugee for you all. But I can't even do that. Like, even in that, I still have to call out fucking bullshit. I can't just make content to make money. I can't do that. Like, there has to be some purpose in it. There has to be some feeling of service. There has to be some feeling of helping people to see the next stages. But yeah, you think but you know, and this projection comes from you and your life, and the fact that you would not speak your truth in order to keep your job, like most people would. And so you're perceiving from that level of perception, from all you know. I know that, I get that, but don't fucking project that onto me and expect me to do the same. Like, no, I'm cut from a different cloth. Like, I'm not fucking going to sell my soul and walk the path of least resistance. I'm on the path of most resistance, and I choose to be on that path. I'm fucking pissed off, and I'm never doing a live again unless you send me 50 quid. Oh God, now here come the Bible bashers. Fuck me. I mean, they're the worst. They're actually the worst. Oh, I like this guy. This guy's good. How do you know you're awake when you're awake? Is this reality, or are we? This is a great question. Like, this is inquiry. You know, this. Like, these are the people I want. Is this reality, or are we just molecules in a test tube? So I'm gonna ignore that last bit of the sentence because that gives two possibilities. Where obviously the possibilities are endless, but you don't. You don't. This is why you just have to keep surrendering and keep letting go of all stories, because you don't. There's no way of knowing. It's a great fucking mystery. That's the only thing you'll ever know, is that it's a fucking mystery and it's unfolding. The most profound thing I ever got shown, but obviously this could be my projection through my sphere of consciousness, was when I did 15 grams of mushrooms and I became consciousness. And as in there was consciousness, and then there was everything that consciousness had created. So, you know, you could say heaven, God, angels, demons, the firmament, Earth, you know, all the planets, all the stuff beyond the ice wall, everything, you know. But it was all just consciousness. And what I saw and felt very strongly, but again, this could be my projection, was because I was in a very harrowing place where I wanted to escape myself. So I am very aware of that. This is quite a few years ago. And I was shown that what consciousness had done was create all of that I just described. So you, me, and the bed behind me and everything, to escape itself. You know, it basically got done with its ownness, with its oneness, with its aloneness. And it was in purgatory. And it had originally started creating these planets as like playing The Sims, as games. And then that had stopped satisfying it, and it had gone back to like, oh fuck, I'm the only thing, and I'm never gonna meet anything, which is really fucking boring. And I can't end myself because I'm consciousness. Like, this is just fucking purgatory. So it kept going deeper into these games, and eventually it created a game where it got lost in it intentionally. And it had to be totally convincing. It had to not know it was consciousness. So it forgot what it was, and it became Tom Greatorex, and it became Spen, and it became vlogging in a trilby, and it became this fucking bit of plastic and everything. And as this one shard of it awakened to its own self via 15 grams of mushrooms, it was like, oh shit, what have I done? Like, and like the responsibility of, yeah, so it's the opposite to like why a Christian or somebody who's into religion believes in something outside of them, like this firm setting, like this rule. You just have to do this and it will all be okay. You just have to pray to Jesus and it will all be okay. Like, it was completely the opposite of that. So that's like outsourcing your responsibility. That's taking no responsibility at all and feeling a relief because you can be like a responsibility-less pleb. And whereas this was totally the opposite. This was consciousness realizing that the only way you could get back to consciousness was to do the work. And it wasn't just this one shard, but it's called greatorex that had to do the work. It was this fucking bit of plastic as well. You know, it was everything. It was a whole spectrum. And it was like, how do you get to a point where, and forget the bit of plastic, just talk about, you know, the toenail guy or even Spen, who is quite a good guy, you know, that level of unconsciousness has to get back to consciousness. Like, we're fucking here for, like, we're never going back. And it was the responsibility that was dawning. So it wasn't me. It seemed like it wasn't me. And it was consciousness itself realizing the responsibility that it had to get back to where it was and a massive mistake it had made. I don't know how we got to that from your question, but so that's the only sphere I have for what's going on. But I also don't even hang on to that, because who knows whether that was real or not. And it was very real in that moment for sure. And it all makes total sense to me. Like, that does make sense to me. But again, I don't hold on to it, because to hold on to any belief or any story is of the ego. It's like trying to understand the absolutely incomprehensible. And again, you know, I just hate this shit. I hate people who claim to know. Like, it's so boring. Like, why are you so obsessed with pretending you know, man? Okay, right. Maybe this is worthwhile. Can we make it worthwhile, people? If we get to 50 quid, I'm gonna do another half hour. And if we get to £50 donations, I might do another one. I'm starting to enjoy it a bit more. I mean, to be fair, it probably is better than getting mashed and just staring at a screen. And I am still staring at a screen. Anyway, thoughts on the Great Red Dragon. People like Nathan Reynolds claim they are real entities in touch with certain bloodline, etc. Beyond my pay grade, I'm afraid. So I can't answer the question. I don't know who Nathan Reynolds is. I don't know about the Great Red Dragon. I'm obviously aware that dragons are in all scriptures. I'm aware that dinosaurs don't exist. They're scientifically impossible. Like, if you look at their physiology, if you look at how they are physically, like the T-Rex couldn't support itself with its legs. The Triceratops, those legs could never support it. Like, I mean, they're totally ridiculous. And they've never found a dinosaur bone. All the bones in museums are plaster casts. Like, they'll admit this, and they'll say it's because they're keeping them safe. Like, they don't want them to degenerate, but they don't exist. And obviously that the dinosaurs were not written about at all until, I forget, but I think it was 1930. It might have been late 1800s, but I'm pretty sure it was about 1930, and that was exactly the same time. Whatever year it was, it could be 40, it could be 20, it could even be 1800s, but in that 50-year span it was. They started introducing evolution as well, which obviously is a great deception, and is all about taking you away from creator. And believing in science, basically, in Big Bang and coincidence, and that none of it matters, and yeah, we might as well all just fucking get raped by migrants. See, again, they can only come from their perspective. Like, they can only come from the perspective of valuing money over authenticity. Like, no, Sven, fuck off and cancel your fucking Patreon. Like, I don't give a fuck. In fact, look, here he is. He's cancelled it a few months ago. It's done. It's over. Didn't even notice. Couldn't give a fuck. Now I can say what a real fucking retard is. No, I have no more to say. I said it all. I said it all when I thought he was a Patreon member, because I'm aligned with truth. And I know you can only you have to project that I'm making that up, because you can't even comprehend what the truth is, let alone being aligned to it. Like I mean, it's just totally beyond your comprehension. Why are people talking about eggs? There seems to be some egg chat going on. A manga from the Ganga. Yeah, so I got 2 strikes, which basically means if I get one more, it's game over for everything, for all of the channels. And each strike lasts for 3 months. So whenever I get to 2 strikes, I take the channel down for 3 months and wait for them to go, because it's not worth risking everything. So we're about a month away from being able to put it back up. But I don't know. I don't know. What I can do is, so on my other channel, Tom @Tom_greatorex, I think 4 of like my last 8 videos have been what the new version of Not Today Saying is going to be. So it's going to be me walking and speaking into external matters, but with less clips and less like, I mean, maybe they'll still, obviously, like looking tonight, of course, there's still going to be some, but yeah, it's not going to be, I'm not going to be doing it from a desperate place. I'm not going to just be trying to create videos for the sake of it. I'm not going to be using clips, because all of my, so it's actually 3, it's 2 strikes and a warning. Or is it 4? Is it 2 warnings? No, it's 3. And all of them came from clips, not from what I said. They all came from clips. And honestly, 2 of them were outrageous. So this was the warning and the first strike, were absolutely outrageous. I couldn't believe it. A week before, I did, remember the New York subway video where the woman drops the M-bomb and it's just fucking beautiful timing, and then they all chimp out, banging on the door like it's fucking class. And that got struck. And when that got struck, I thought, oh fuck, yeah, I really did push it on that one. And I appealed, and they granted my appeal. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was so expecting to get struck for that. So that was, so obviously when I say it was bad, what I mean is by YouTube's woke, we're trying to control the world standards. So they let that one through. And then a week later, I share a clip of a fully clothed woman walking down a street in England and a bioweapon behind her who's also fully clothed, whispering into her ear, going, "Come home with me, come home with me, come home with me." I think he might have grabbed her arm, and she tells him to fuck off. That's it. That was the clip. It got done for sexual content. So I saw that and I was like, no fucking way. I'll win this appeal, no problem. Wasn't even worried. And it came back within like 2 minutes. So obviously no one fucking looked at it. And appeal rejected. I couldn't believe it. I was like, so that was my first warning. And it was just like, you know, all the stuff I say, and that's what I got a fucking warning for. And then I put a clip in, and I don't even think about it. I've just been done for sexual content, and I put this clip in, and it doesn't even occur to me that this clip could be an issue. So it was a migrant having intimate relations with an exhaust pipe. Yes, you heard that right. And no, I don't know why I need to say that, because of course you're not shocked. This is how they behave. This is what they do. If they can't find a goat or somebody to unconsensually grape, they'll just use an exhaust pipe. Have you seen that incredible video of a load of young Indian lads, and they're on, you know how like foreign countries, for tourists, they put the name of each town in like blocks in the main square or whatever, and there's all these Indians like shagging it. And it's just like, it's all they know. Like, so there's one on each one of the letters, and they've obviously done it for a TikTok video or something. But they're all like gyrating on these letters and all different positions, and it's just like, it's all they know. It's all they know. They're so carnal. So yeah, I shared this Indian migrant being intimate with his partner, the exhaust pipe. You couldn't see anything. You could just see a car and him behind the car motioning. And they did that. So that was warning and strike. And then what was the last one? Oh yeah, the last one was stupid, man. I shared a clip of a young lad of a bioweapon interviewing a young Englishman, and he said, "What do you think about slavery?" In fact, I better not say it, but he basically, you know, he made a joke about slavery, and they did that. It wasn't even me that said it, but to be fair, it was stupid to use that clip because it was like fucking extremely based. 20 more minutes, guys, to hit £50. If you ever want to see me do this again. Oh God, I just can't believe how bad it's been. I can't. Honestly, I'm so disappointed. I actually thought I'd enjoy this. Oh, there's just nothing left for me in this world. There's nothing left. I just need to go and sit in the forest. I just can't. There's nothing. We are living a real. So I like Shani. Thank you for your support, Shani. You've been a big support for a long time. Please don't say anything retarded. Are we still going to like Shani after reading this comment? Come on, please. We are living the real life Truman Show. We have writers, producers, money controllers, directors, dictators, running it, doing the dirty work, and we are the unsuspecting actors. I agree. For what though? For what? So I did have 2 moderators, and they were more hassle than the fucking players. What you realise is people, right? So it could be that somebody who watches a lot of my content, who is cool, is willing to be a moderator, as in like, if I'm on one of your lives, I'm willing to be a moderator. Like that, I'm not talking about that sort of person. But the sort of people that I got that were like obsessed with it. So basically, the sort of people that are willing to be moderators. Right, now actually the mistake was I gave them my WhatsApp number. If I'd never have given my WhatsApp number, never like allowed their low vibration and total plebeian into my life, then it would have been fine. But yeah, like they drove me insane. Like they were one of them was right. So they were both fucking external, and both looking for things in the external to distract themselves with, i.e., fucking sifting through my fucking comment section. But there was a big difference between the two of them. You know, one of them was horrendous, like a really horrendous human being who my friendship meant so much to him, or what he perceived as my friendship. It wasn't ever friendship. And I was very honest about that. You know, for me, being in communication with someone isn't friendship. But these people assume that if you're in communication with somebody that you're friends. So when they realized that wasn't the case, and I made it very clear, you know, the guy was just devastated. You know, I then turned into a hater, like a real hater, because this is what happens. People who love you, when you reject them, they become haters. So he went just totally down that path. The other one didn't. The other one has enough within herself, is whole enough to not need others so badly that she then turns into a hater. I mean, she did a little bit, but nothing like the other guy. But honestly, they were just more hassle. Like they served me at a time when I thought I needed moderators. So it was basically that fucking psyop, you know. And they helped me a lot with that. And in hindsight, none of it was necessary because it was all just a fucking psycho psyop. But you know, I felt I needed it, and they helped me a lot. But that, you know, that's all over. So I don't really see why I need moderators unless I'm going to do lives. But then what? Like, so the problem tonight, it's not really this cunt. I mean, it is. Like, he needs to go, obviously. In fact, can I do it? How do you do it? Hide. Does that work? Was that the end of him? Or was it just that one comment? I don't know. I don't know if he's gone forever or if he's just, if that one comment's gone, I don't know. But, oh. Whoa, whoa! We're back in the live game, people. Forget everything I said about being aligned to truth. You show me the fucking money and I will fucking be here. Woo! So we can all thank this one for just being like, fuck this shit. I want to see another live. I'm not fucking putting in a little bit and waiting for every other fucking cunt. I'm just going to make it happen myself. Welsh Warrior, thank you very much. I will be back here within the next 3 days. This person is fucking amazing as well, like just in general, not because they've sent me a tenner. I fucking love this person. Every single one of their comments on every single one of my videos, I'm just like, yes, you are the fucking shit. You fucking get it. Here we have somebody who understands gratitude. Somebody who understands what it is I'm doing, who can see what it is I'm doing, who can see the courage, and is grateful for it. Cheers, PFC Gav Pup. I hope you don't mean pup as in like you wear one of those fucking masks and get fisted up the arsehole. But you know what? If you're going to send me a fiver, get fisted all you want. I used to do it. Love your stuff, Tom. Thanks. Here's some shekels for your fruit and yogurt. This guy knows me. Yeah. 200 baht. I should remember how much 200 baht is. 40 baht is a pound. So that's a five, isn't it? Cheers, mate. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I need to do what Marshall does, where he has a counter on his screen and it pings every time he gets one, and then it counts them up. So let's do the maths. We had £1.87, £6.87, £10.87. Sorry, £11.87. £16.87, £26.87, £76.87. Fuck me. Let's do it again tomorrow. Wow, I better stay on for a bit, hadn't I? Give you your fucking money's worth. Well, in that case, I'll need some more nicotine, won't I? Yes, I fucking will. Oh, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. So it turns out there's two sections. There's this is comments. Oh, I've just seen something else, but I won't get lost in that. So live is the chat and starred is the money. So I'm just going to keep it on start. Fuck you, shitty chat cons. If you want to speak to me, you can send me some fucking money, bitches. I'm only joking. We'll get back to the chat in a minute. Let me just sort my nicotine out. Well, thanks, guys. I really fucking appreciate that. Yeah, I've got to the point with my channels where I'm earning enough to survive, and I don't actually really need any more money. It's just an old story. Like, I'm just so addicted to earning money. Like, I can't. It's very hard to like not try and earn more money. Like, it's so inbuilt in me. It's such an old pattern. But yeah, I don't want to say it because I'm really grateful for £76, but I don't actually need it. Like, why am I doing this? Why do I suddenly now turn up tomorrow for money that I don't need? I'm just saying that because it's how the ego works, isn't it? And when I say I don't need it, that's not me saying I'm rich. What I'm saying is I'm grifting hard enough to earn my grift salary each month, and obviously I'm taking a piss out of the retards when I do that because the last thing I do is grift. But I mean, for me, grifting is working in the office. That's like the ultimate grift. Like just totally selling your soul. Please can I have some money, Buzz? As opposed to actually creating something and putting something out into the universe, especially something of such high value like I do. Oh my God, look at that. Ever. Give me a sec, guys. I mean, what I could do is have a joint and then we go on all fucking night, because that's the only reason I'm going to stop, if I'm honest. But if I had a joint, it would get a lot less entertaining, I think. But there was that hour-long video I did on aho.greatorex. I hate saying that. On aho.greatorex. What else do I say? That hour-long video I did where I was just sat in a chair where I started trying to talk about my friend who ended herself and then just went off on loads of tangents. I think that was a good video, and certainly from a live perspective, you know, I think that would have made a good live. Oh, I was mashed. I was mashed when I recorded that. So maybe I could have a joint and maybe we could go on all night. But I think we've probably done long enough. I've earned my money. But I feel like I should give something back for £76. I mean, it's just fantastic. So we're going to do another half hour, especially if I can get some nicotine. Oh, fucking hell, it's all over there, isn't it? Ah, just jumped in. Looks like you're having a blast, Tom. No, it's been fucking shit, man. Honestly, it's been a really, really testing time. It's yeah, the first 40 minutes were fucking horrendous. I remembered why I stopped doing lives. I got super triggered by fucking retards. I got really fucking angry actually. And then it's kind of flowed into a bit more of a calmer place. And then people sent me money, which obviously made me happy. So we're kind of in this flux at the moment where, well, basically, I made a promise to a chat where if I got 50 quid, I would come back in the next 3 days and do a live again. And I got 76 quid. So that's where we're at. I am coming back and I am doing another live, but I'm not sure if I like it or not. I'm not sure if I'm here just for the money or if there's something in it for me, and we're still kind of working that out. Obviously, the money is for me, and maybe that's enough. But I did have maybe naive fucking ideas, but I did have a feeling that I would really enjoy this, and I'd actually pinned some hope on it. You know, I realize now that for the last few weeks, I'd actually been sort of holding this thing, doing lives again, as like a potential avenue for my life that could be enjoyable. And I'll be honest, tonight's been really disappointing. Like it's made me really question that. And I mean genuinely question that. Like I'm right in the middle with it now where I'm like, well, actually it has been quite good fun. It's definitely been economically worthwhile. I mean, I'll probably make the best part of 100 quid off it once you get all your ad revenue and stuff. Which is way more than my normal videos. But have I enjoyed it? Now, what I've got to do is I've got to compare it to the alternative, which I wouldn't enjoy either. You know, it's just fucking having a smoke, staring at a screen and wondering why I've done it, and then thinking, oh, well, I'll have a wank because that's always fun after a smoke. And then doing that and then being like, oh, right, now I feel really fucking shit. Like, why have I done that? Why have I done both of these things? And then spending the rest of the evening just fucking searching for a YouTube video that might entertain me enough to make me forget how much I regret doing those two things. And I never fucking find one, or very rarely find one. So I just spent the whole night in this state of like regret and shame, basically. So I suppose when you compare it to that, maybe I will do that again. And I've got to do one more because I've got to keep a promise. Particularly to this guy. Let's just thank him again because he's just fucking botched it straight in, man. Like, what a fucking legend. Okay, so if you want your questions answering, you can guarantee it with a super chat now that I know how to see them. Or we'll just do another half hour and they actually think that word still means something. Like they haven't realized they've completely exhausted it. They've even moved on to Nazi now, and we don't care about that either. Like name calling isn't going to work anymore. We're losing our country. We've lost our country. We've lost our safety. We've lost our future. We've lost our children's future. And you think we're going to fucking stop because you're calling us a word? Mental. I mean, I feel like I'm always changing, but not for others. That's what you mean. What you mean is never make yourself small to fit in. You know, don't say what you think for others. Well, I can absolutely guarantee you that will never ever fucking happen. But I will change. I'm always changing. It's so funny, isn't it? It's just mental, isn't it? It's just mental. And they still believe in racism as a concept. Like, they haven't realised that it's nonsense, that it doesn't exist. I mean, it certainly doesn't exist in any of these brown countries. I'm in Vietnam now, and they don't have a concept of racism. They understand nationalism. They understand discernment. They understand preference. They don't understand racism. It doesn't exist. It's nonsense. It was designed purely for white people, so we can be ended. Right, here's, we've got some David Icke stuff. A liberal? Why do we care what liberals say? David Icke said he was a son of God argument as though he was claiming to be Jew. Yeah, we don't care what liberals say. It's pointless even discussing it. I agree with you. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous, but we're not going down to those levels, man. And I guess I did actually. I started talking about X, but that was a current affair, and yeah, fuck liberals, man. And who get, you know, we've got one in the comment calling me racist and thinking that means something. Like, this is where liberals are at. So. Cheers, Stu. Appreciate that, mate. I feel like they've got a lot better recently. Right. So there's a big shift about to occur on English Refugee on this channel, in fact. I am now. Was today the first day? For the last 5 days, I have been editing my videos within 3 days of recording them, which makes a big difference because it means I fucking remember them and I remember the funny bits and I can bring the funny bits to the front. So basically, I'm actually editing my videos now, and it's still minimal. It is still fucking minimal, I'll be honest. But you're going to start seeing, and you have seen a little bits in the past, but you're going to start seeing like regularly intro sections. So yeah, so basically, I'm editing my videos within 20. Today, I edited yesterday's video. Because we're getting close now. Like we haven't caught up, but we're not that far away now. In terms of footage, we're probably 25 episodes. I've probably got 25 episodes recorded already. So bearing in mind I share 2 at a weekend, 4 at a weekend, you know, we're only 15 days from it being present. But then, of course, in those 15 days, I'm going to record another probably 10 episodes. I'm recording quite a lot at the minute. So yeah, it's really, I just need to stop recording for 2 weeks. But it's hard because you know, interesting stuff happens. But what I feel like I'm getting really good at, I think today I release an episode where essentially I try and make an episode out of buying a fruit shaker, a smoothie machine, which is obviously really a stretch. Like, it's tough. That is tough content to fucking make. So basically, I'm trying to make content, and it's kind of the last time I did that. Where it was like, oh, I haven't recorded a few days. I better record a video. All right, let's fucking moan about this fucking shop again, which is all genuine. Like, nothing I say isn't totally true and how I feel. But obviously, sometimes it's like coming from a place of feeling a need to make content. So the one that gets released today, I think, is probably one of my worst videos in recent times. But I still think it's pretty good. But what I realized today is I can literally like record a 30-second clip now. So there's this racist woman, racist. Well, it kind of actually is racist. I'm actually releasing it. I'm going to release it today, even though I recorded it today. So it should be released in like 25 days or whatever. I'm going to release it today on aho.greatorex because I'm going to use it to link to this Belfast thing. It's going to be released as soon as this live is finished. I'm going to release this footage. In fact, maybe I should do it now. Maybe I should just end this live, do that, because I've got 2 videos to release it, and it's 2 o'clock in England. Yeah, I need to get that video released, so I do need to end this live. So what I realized when I took a clip of this woman being racist to me was that I could then go and talk about that for 20 minutes and make a whole episode out of that one clip. Like, basically, it's got really easy. Like, it's just starting to come really easy to me now, and basically, I'm just losing more and more inhibitions every day. Like, more and more layers are lifting, more and more of a like worrying about what people think are lifting. Like, I've started referring to them as browns and stuff like that. It's fucking funny. So I think the episodes have improved dramatically in the last 2 weeks, which you will see in about 2 weeks. What am I even fucking talking about? I don't know. So you said you're enjoying the videos. Yeah, thanks, brilliant. I think they're about to get even better, is what I'm saying. You know, I can just feel like the more I do it, and obviously the more I grow as a person, the less fucks I give, and the less fucks one gives, the funnier one is, and the better content one can create. So I think, I don't know, man, because I thought, you know, it's really hard because I thought the Barley footage was fantastic when I was recording that, and it turned out to be shit. But I really think, you know, like sometimes the story comes up like, oh, you need to leave the lat to keep the content fresh, to you know, the story of scarcity, the story of I'm not good enough, the story of the channel isn't about me, it's about the places. But I know that's not true. Like, I know you're not watching because you care about the lat. You're watching because I make you laugh. And it's kind of trusting that more and more, and realizing that, oh no, like I just need to fucking speak and be as real and as much me as I can possibly be, because people fucking like that and people fucking hate that. There's no middle ground with me. I'm like Marmite. You're either conscious and you love it, or you're unconscious and you hate it. Don't even know what that means. Is that some sort of retard word? Stimmed? What does that mean? This is England today. Staff at detention centres have been warned against displaying England badges during the World Cup. Could it imagine? It's another level, isn't it? Because for one time we haven't been shamed for flying the England flag is during England football games. Oh, putting the needs of the migrants ahead of us, and obviously dressing it up as what it's for your safety, safe and effective, doing it for grandma. How is the picture, by the way, guys? Because I'm doing this on my shitty fucking laptop webcam after the disaster we had with the Osmo. That's another thing. Like, do I ever dare use that again on a live? Like, what the fuck happened there? That was so mental. Why did it all just fucking cut out? Fuck me, man. This life is so funny and so boring at the same time. What would you do? I like this guy, so I'm actually interested. It might just be responding to somebody else, actually, but I actually really like this guy. I'm sure it's you. Yeah, I definitely recognize that face. I always like your comments. Don't ask this. Don't ask, man. Don't ask, man. Oh yeah, he'll have all sorts to say, but you know, I actually mentioned him in a video I recorded today, which will be out in 2 days. You know, the guys are fucking. It's just completely the ego, man. It's so boring. I don't watch any of his stuff, so I don't know if he's still talking about me. I don't know. I just like he's trying to drag me down to this egoic drama level, then where we go tit for tat, and obviously people tune in because you know, even when two people I don't watch, so DJI and that horrible bioweapon, that used to bodyguard for Charlie, when they had a spat, I watched all those videos, you know. So like even I, you know, will fall for drama or get dragged into drama. So, you know, obviously it would be great for our channels if we did that, but I'm just not interested. Like, I don't want to come down to this ego. He said, she said, I'm better than. What about, you know, no, I just want to do my thing. I just want to express my journey and share my journey. And it seems to me like, you know, he says he's not bothered about his YouTube, yet he gets all these people on his channel. I saw, you know, I still see his videos. They still come up. I don't click on them. Where he's like, David Icke, does anyone care now? Yet he makes no money, gets no views, and claims that he doesn't care. So why is he doing it all? Why is he recording himself cooking? Like, of course he cares. He cares massively, and that's where these rants come from, because he's like when he rants about the lack of comments and the lack of views and the lack of likes, but then makes out he doesn't care, and that's the bit that is inauthentic. And that, you know, this guy is not vulnerable. This guy is not surrendered. He's all talk, and he does a great job of talking because he's full of knowledge. Like he's the typical ego, like knowledge. Nietzsche, Socrates. This person said, that person said. I've read. Because what does the ego love? The ego loves knowledge. It loves to regurgitate knowledge because that's all it knows. That's the peak. That's like this guy's whole fucking world. The guy that, not the paranoid one, the toe cutter one. Like that's his whole world. His whole world is regurgitating what other people have told you and thinking it's knowledge. The awakened babes the same. Oh, this looks interesting. If you had loads of money, Tom, then you could more easily escape the noise of others, get a detached house. Oh, right, yeah, obvious. Yeah, of course. So that's the reason. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, so fair enough. I should clarify because you haven't seen the videos yet. I'm about to go and live in a tent in the forest. So I don't. Am I really going to go and live in a tent in the forest? I am. Yeah, I am. It's going to happen. I know it's happening. I don't even want it to happen, but I just know it's happening because I've been shown. Too much has happened for me to not acknowledge that is what's going to happen. And honestly, where I am now, admittedly, there isn't currently a neighbour, and there is the way it's built, there is potential for it to be a neighbour. Like there will be a neighbour one day. So you are right. But also at the same time, I'm almost at a point where external, and it is, you know, I've got a good fucking gig here. You know, it's really well designed, and in the forest and all that. But honestly, I was living in a detached house before. You guys have seen it on the other channel, and soon you'll see it in great detail on this one. And you know, there's still dogs barking, there's still karaoke, there's still all the external noises, there's still builders. Which is, you know, ultimately why I think the forest will serve me much more, like actually living in the forest. But then there's legal issues with that. You can't do it in Southeast Asia, anywhere, not legally. And I think I'm done with breaking laws in Southeast Asia. Yeah, I think after my experience in Thailand, I'm done with pushing boundaries in Southeast Asia. So, yeah, actually, that's a massive spanner in the works. Actually, that's a massive spanner in the works. The only countries that where it's legal to camp. So basically, it's all the fucking spaz countries. It's all the woke countries. It's obviously United Kingdom, Sweden, Norway, New Zealand. I'm not even fucking allowed in there anyway. Canada, fucking worst country in the world, and then the only possibility is Eastern Europe, where you're allowed to camp. Now you might think like, what you doing, you pussy? Like, why would you not just go and do it in Asia? Well, one, my experience in Thailand is the answer, but two, there's a way where they find out. Like, so basically, you have to, whenever you stay anywhere in a hotel or anywhere, somewhere like this, but you went long term in, definitely in Vietnam, definitely in Thailand, and I think in Laos as well. You have to hand your passport in. They know where migrants, expats, whatever you want to call yourself, tourists, they know where you're sleeping every single night. And if you don't register somewhere, when you come to renew your visa, they won't give you one. So the only way would be to develop a relationship with a landlord and get them to put you down at their property. But obviously that would cost money. And, you know, one of the reasons you go and live in the forest is so you don't have to pay rent. And suddenly you're paying, you know, bearing in mind rent is so cheap out here. Like, let's say I'm paying 300 for this. Well, I imagine if I was to have that conversation with a landlady, she'd want 100 just for that. So it's like, well, I'm paying it. I might as well just fucking stay in the fucking house and pay 200 more. But also, I just don't want to break any laws out here. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, after what I experienced in Thailand, it's just not fucking worth it. And you know what? I'm grateful for the experience in Thailand. I'm glad it all happened. I don't look back on my time in jail as harrowing or anything like that. The time in the deportation center was harrowing, but it was only about 6 hours. But my time in jail was not harrowing at all. It was like the nicest jail experience you could possibly have. I did pay. I did There was a reason I got that experience. Fucking hell. So maybe you're right, because maybe I'm gonna go and speak to the guy that is doing it and find out how he's doing it. And then also there's just trusting and just knowing that, you know, if I do that, then, you know, the worst isn't gonna happen. But then of course then I couldn't put it on YouTube because people like Toe Cutter would straight away shot me in. Because that's all they're here for. They're just here to cause destruction so that you know, the only way they can cope with their own misery is seeing other people miserable. This is why haters do what they do. And so I wouldn't be able to put it on YouTube, and so yes, I guess you're right. I guess we're gonna do a fucking live every night and rent a big fucking house. How about that? Oh, I think we've got another one. Oh, it's a big one. Have this. Fucking have it. Have it, lad. Fucking have it. Oh shit, that's giving away my old ways there, aren't I? Fucking have it, lad. I think the shadow just got revealed. Monty, you're a fucking legend. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Really fucking appreciate it. That's £96. Now, obviously, YouTube is going to fucking rob a big chunk of it, but you know, 60 quid, man. 60 quid for sitting here for, what is it, a couple of hours. It's not bad, is it? I mean, it's not big money. I know, like, some of you will earn 50 grand a year, 70 grand a year, and be like, oh, I think 30 quid an hour. But, you know, 30 quid an hour when you're living in Vietnam and living out of a backpack, fucking great. Fucking great. That's massive money out here. That's massive money out here. I'm delighted. Thanks, guys. I can't believe I've earned. It's the first time I've ever. Is that true? No, that's not true. That's not true. I think I've had 2 good live streams before. One of them was a psychopath just sending me loads of fucking money because he wanted attention. So that doesn't really count. But you know, happily took his money. And then I think, like in the Mexico days on Not Today Satan, I think we might have had a couple of streams that might have reached £100. But I feel like this is the most successful stream financially. Really fucking appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And I think maybe we go back to a similar comment to this. Maybe this is why I'm doing it. Maybe this is why I'm doing it. I mean, really, again, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin the story on English Refugee. But you know, I'm moving back to Europe. I am. Like, that is what's going to happen. So here, a mosquito again. They're massive, the mosquitoes here. Like, they're massive, which is a good thing because it means they're easy to kill. You fix it by doing the work and becoming sovereign and not being a fucking retard that watches the news and believes anything they fucking tell you. You do it by being the exact opposite of what you are. You absolute vile, low vibrational, hateful. I mean, God, it must be agony to be you. You do realize that that it's very obvious to us how your life is. You know, nobody who is in love with themselves or has peace or happiness in themselves speaks with hatred. Like, you don't fucking do that. Like, and I know you're so retarded, you'll be projected onto me now. Oh, well, you fucking do it. Well, what I'm doing is I'm responding. You know, you think I would ever go and search out a YouTube channel that I don't like and then comment on it? Like, what is wrong with you? Why aren't you watching stuff that resonates with you? Like, I can't even. I mean, I can understand it psychologically, and I could break it down from an intellectual perspective, psychologically. Like, I do understand why you are the way you are, but it's also just unfathomable to me because I've only ever been for the good, and that doesn't mean I've not done bad things. That doesn't mean I've not been shadowy, but I've only ever tried to do what's for the good of self and then later on for the common good. And I've only ever searched for things that inspire me. I've only ever tried to learn. I've only ever tried to better myself. So it just blows my mind that there are people who go on channels that they hate And so psychologically, if I'm to break it down, it's because of your level of vibration, like where you're vibrating from, which is total shame and guilt, which results in hatred. That's the only way you can cope. The only way you can stay in the external and not crack and end up doing the work. Because that's what everyone's doing. That's what everyone's ego is doing. This basically trying to lift up the external, like trying to stay off the external before it all just fucking cracks and you have to surrender. And you're so far gone. The only way you can do it is through hate and being a complete retard and calling in the genocide of your own people and arguing with those that are fucking trying to stop it. I mean, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, how has it got so bad? Okay, I am enjoying this because it's 2 hours now. I've done what I said I would do. There's part of me that doesn't want to stop the stream, doesn't want to end the stream. But then there's another part of me that wants to have a smoke. Oh, I need to release my videos. I need to fucking release my videos, man. Oh, fuck it. I'll just do it anyway. 1 minute. Let me just fucking do that. Oh, I haven't done a thumbnail. Fuck. I think this one needs a thumbnail. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Fuck it. I'll just do it now with you guys here. And if the stream drops off, like if those numbers drop off, then I'll just stop. I can't do it with you guys watching, man. It's already embarrassing enough with no one watching. Only one of those will be enough. Did we need the sound effects? I don't think we needed the sound effects. Oh, is that my teeth? Oh, I thought I had good teeth. I'll be right. Oh, I've got one really badly placed tooth. I never knew that. Oh, fuck it. It's not like I'm ever going to have sex again. All right, so this is what we're going to use. And it's just going to say fucking libtards or something like that. What should I call it? So it's about the reaction of the libtards. What have I called the video? Fuck me. Libtards sink to a new low over Belfast. What should I put on it? Oh, I can't do it with you guys. Right? It all just feels too much fucking pressure. Let's see what you guys say. What suggestions have you got for what I should put on the thumbnail? So the only thing that's coming to me, so the title is "Libtards sink to a new low over Belfast beheading." The only thing that's coming to me is fucking libtards. Let's see if you can come up with something any better. Libtardation of the nation. That could be good. All right, we'll go with that unless someone does something better. Where the fuck is this fucking bastard? Oh, no, I think that's an old one. It's already in it. Yeah, I can still hear the cunt. Libtardation of the nation. I like that. I mean, I had to add the last 2 bits, but. Agree, but much better. Encouraging people to get angry in public is inciting violence and carries a prison sentence. Yeah, I'm very clear in my video. I'm not encouraging anything. I'm speaking into the inevitability that if you have a treasonous government and a treasonous police force, then people will ultimately take things into their own hands. But I'm not making that right or wrong in any way. Oh, let me just quickly bosh out this thumbnail. I mean, really, we need to end this fucking stream. But if I release this video, there's not really any reason. So can we? So we're on 100. You know, do you think we could get another 20 in there, and then we could go for another half hour maybe? Libtardation of the nation. Libtardation of the nation. Like it. But it's meant to be over 3 lines, please, Canva. And we'll have it in red so it's nice and shocking, and then we'll put a little border around it so it stands out. Oh, fuck me, I'm getting good at this fucking grifting lot. Not quite. A bit bigger. Okay. Whoa, no, that's not quite right. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Alright, sweet. Okay, so we only lost 20 people in that process. So that's encouraging. Do you literally despise everyone and redden? It's interesting because, you know, I can come across that way and I can understand why people project that onto me. But actually, I fucking love humanity. I love humans. And I feel when I meet somebody who's vulnerable, when I meet somebody who's opening up to deep parts of themselves, you will not meet a more compassionate person than me. You'll meet as compassionate people, but you won't meet more. You won't meet somebody who's willing to sacrifice themselves like I am and give themselves entirely to another. But I have to see something in them first, and that's vulnerability. And then I will totally dedicate myself to them. So I don't hate anyone. I get very frustrated at people who are holding humanity consciousness back. I get very frustrated at people who are calling in the demise of my people. Through their actions, like obviously they're not standing there going, "I want to end all white people," because they don't understand what the agenda is. They don't understand what they're part of. They don't understand what they're supporting. They just, you know, I can feel a hatred towards them, but I don't even really hate them. You know, because ultimately I understand psychology. I understand that. Oh, we just hit a new little tiny milestone on English refugee, 6,100. I've just seen the live screen, so it's actually out of sync because I'm talking in that, and I wasn't talking just then. What were we talking about? Yeah, so I can experience the feeling of hatred towards, like, you know, the blue-haired, septum-pierced. I'm going to destroy your homelands and my own homelands, and I'm going to absolutely revel in doing it. You know, I can definitely feel anger towards them, but also I understand psychologically what's happening. And I understand how much pain they're in and how traumatized they are, and you know, just how awful their fucking life is. So I also feel great sympathy. But it's much easier to just so that's the spectrum, and I see all of that. But it's much easier as a YouTuber and somebody who wants to entertain, and also just as a human. Like, it's much easier to just go down one side of the spectrum. So obviously I focus very much on the "you're fucking retards, you're fucking libtards, I fucking hate you." But that isn't the full story. Like, there is another story, and I feel like on aho.greatorex I do display it all, but also what you can't start doing is completely jumping about. Like, whilst I do just remain completely authentic and say what I think, and that's why I get people saying, well, there's two reasons I get people saying I'm contradictory. One, because of what I just said, and two, because the nature of life is contradictory, because we're moving from duality to oneness. So if you're in duality, i.e. yes and no, black and white, yin and yang, right and wrong, true and not true, then I'm going to appear very contradictory, because I don't live in duality. I'm not claiming to live in oneness either. I exist more in duality than oneness, but oneness is now coming in. And what has happened, the difference I see, and it's not like, oh, I'm one, this is glorious. No, I'm not there. What the step I have seen is this opening of the spectrum, and this realizing there is no yes and no, no black and white, no right and wrong. That's not to say that some things aren't wrong, but and some things aren't right. But ultimately, it actually is, because it all comes from human perception, and that doesn't mean anything to consciousness. You know, what we determine as bad isn't necessarily bad for consciousness. You know, like I said earlier, the bioweapons are needed to get everyone to do the work. So as far as consciousness is concerned, the bioweapons are high functioning beings, are incredibly important beings. And so are the fucking Satanists in government, and so are the fucking It's Them Every Time Club. Because without them, how is consciousness going to awaken? What I shared earlier about what's really going on, in my opinion, potentially, maybe, perhaps, that, you know, essentially consciousness is trying to get back to being consciousness. Well, that's only going to happen through the service to the dark individuals, triggering the service to the light individuals to become true light individuals, i.e. do the fucking work. So you could argue that Keir Starmer and that Von Urkel bitch in Europe, like all of them, any of them, you could put any name in there. Trump, Farage as well. And I'm sorry to say it, but it will be low soon. I know you guys hate that, but I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to say the truth. And you know, you could say that these individuals are light beings, are enlightened beings even. I mean, I think that's a stretch, but you know, are in service to others in a deep way, like potentially, you know, they're sacrificing so much for humanity to awaken, potentially, from that soul perspective. See what you make of that? It's a bit different to just despising everyone, isn't it? I mean, I have no idea what that last word is, but doesn't really matter, does it? Did I make that video public? Let me just check I made that video public. I didn't even make it fucking public. I'm such a retard. Right, I'm going to make it public now. I would really appreciate it if you do watch Tom Greatorex, so even if you don't, just whatever you're watching this on, just get another device and just go onto Tom_Greatorex. It's a YouTube channel of mine. I don't know if you're aware. I don't know if I've mentioned it enough. And just click on this video here. You can mute it because we've basically covered it in this. I mean, no, it is good actually because it's got some Vietnam footage. Just go on that video there, and while we're still doing the live, in honor of the fact that I am doing a live whilst I've released a video, and my key 157 first-time watchers, including the haters, are the ones that will watch that in the first hour and are the ones that will dictate whether it does well on YouTube or not, are all in this fucking chat. So if you could just on another device, just fucking click on it and like it, I'd really appreciate it. So I think this word, that wasn't even to me, was it? That last one that I answered, that's someone's name. Anyway, anyone who is trying to diss somebody by asking if they have any friends, like, fuck me. We're still holding friends up as a virtue. Like, we're still so desperate and so broken inside and so the opposite of whole that we are going to try and justify our existence by how many retards classes as a retard bouncer. Somebody else who fucking hangs around with other people just so they can say they've got friends, just so they don't have to go into the void, just so they don't have to have the existential crisis, the dark night of the soul, the awakening. Like, this is how desperate people are. We just hang on to fucking plebs just so we can be like, I've got friends. Oh, someone texted me. Oh, I can get lost in that. Did you watch Coronation Street last night? Yes, I did, Margaret. Did you enjoy the episode? How's your day? The weather's nice, isn't it? Oh, wow, this one's a proper blip. So I think this is the one that was trying to say I was inside. I mean, look at that. Is that you? Is that actually you? Becky, do you honestly think you can be that fat and have an opinion? Like, seriously, how do you think you can have an opinion with a face and body like that? Like, you have failed at life dramatically. Like, be like, one, you know, you're a total retard. But like, look how fat you are. I mean, you're like, you can't get out of bed kind of. And you think you can come on here and tell me what's what? You can't walk. How are we, you know, this is tolerance and equality. This is where it gets you. It gets you where fat fucking bitches like this think they can advise somebody that's healthy and intelligent. I mean, that these people have been empowered to the point where she thinks she can come on here and she can feel like she's right. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her. Oh my God. It isn't funny. It's not funny. No, it's not funny. Someone got fucking beheaded, you fat fucking cunt. You daft fucking cunt. No, it's not funny at all. Someone just got beheaded. I know all you can think about is eating the fucking head. But somebody actually lost their head. No, it's not funny. It's really fucking serious. Oh, but don't get angry about it. Don't get angry. Oh, what could be worse than getting... Oh, don't get angry. Oh, there's someone beheading someone over there, but don't get angry. Don't get angry. You're the bad person if you get angry. He's brown. It's okay. Mental health. Socio-economic factors. Fuck cunt! Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again. Very proud. Don't even know. Is that to me? Is it negative? Is it positive? Like, this is what we're dealing with, people. Oh, what a shock! Do you honestly think that I'm not aware that there are loads of horrible people like you? Do you not think that? Why do you think I left the UK? I mean, there were many reasons. But, you know, one of them was, you know, because of fucking twats like you using a satanic two-tier system that is actually racist against its own people, You know, there's so many vile people like you. You think I've been a YouTuber for 2 years and not experienced people like you? You think you fucking scare me in any way? You think I haven't already calculated all the possibilities and accepted all the possibilities and stood with truth anyway, stood for my people anyway, done what's right anyway, even whilst fat fucking cunts like you, who are completely brainwashed, will try and bring down the only people that can possibly save them by reporting them to the police. You think I'm not aware of that? Like, you think this is a shock to me? You have no idea what it's like to be intelligent or aware and know what's going on. Like, you have no idea. All you know is fear and threats. I don't care about fat cunts like you. I don't care about the police in the UK. You think they're going to extradite me over a fucking YouTube video? Do you know how much it costs to extradite someone from Southeast Asia? Do you know the lengths they have to go through? Do you know what Vietnam's laws are on extradition? Are you aware of any of this? Well, guess what? I fucking am. Fuck off, you fat cunt. Look at this one. Do it quietly. Again, like, they've just got no idea. Like, they think that if I find out, like, as if I'm not already aware. You don't think I know of at least 3 people that report every single one of my videos? You've no idea, because you've never left the office environment. You've never left your little safety bubble. You've no idea what it's like to run your own business. I'm not saying this. I mean, it is this, but I'm not talking about this. Like, I've actually run proper businesses. You've no idea what it's like to be responsible. You've no idea what it's like to create something. Like, you live with the fucking demonic attacking you all the time if you're authentic and real and of the light. You've no idea what I've been through. You've no idea what I faced. You honestly think these little, you little, well, not so little in fucking Fat Becky's case, but these low intelligence, low vibrational spazzers can have any effect on me at all. It's just wild. But it's because you come from your fucking little sheltered fucking office, doing it for grandma, safe and effective, fucking blinkered retard world. Like, to you, that would be terrifying. Like, you could never put yourself on the internet. You could never say anything true or authentic or real or be vulnerable or be honest. And then the idea of somebody threatening you or something like that, like, oh my God, it would be the end of your fucking world. Nothing to me, mate. It's like having a shit in the fucking woods. Nothing. Everyday occurrence. We are here to live, learn, and love. Our existence was hijacked by devious and wicked minds. Preach, brother, preach. It's just so embarrassing, isn't it? It's so embarrassing. Like, as if her face and body wasn't embarrassing enough. Like, she just fucking and that was her big hit, that was her, like, oh, I'll get him. I'll get him. But no, she just went even further down the spaz charts. Maybe, maybe, but is that any better? I don't know. Like, what is a troll? Is a troll a retard, or is a troll somebody that does it on purpose to be funny? And if it is the second one, is that any better? Maybe marginally, but it's still pretty fucking pathetic, isn't it? I don't think it really makes any difference. When I see troll, yeah, before this context, when I saw troll, I just thought that would meant hater. But in this context, I feel like you're maybe implying that she's actually got some intelligence and is trying to be funny. As in, like, she's playing a parody of a fat fucking libtard, which would actually be quite funny. God, these people, man. These people. It's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, I'm surprised she's got time to fucking contact the police in between all the fucking things that she's sticking in her fucking mouth. Like, wow, like, how do you even get that fat? Like, I'm fucking fat, man. Like, this is fucking way too much. But, like, I can walk. Fuck me, man. It's a whole nother level, man. Okay. Sorry, was I here to prove myself to a retard like you, Andrea? You wouldn't even know enlightenment if it fucking smacked you on the enlightenment fucking spot. On your third eye. You don't have any framing for enlightenment. Like, fuck me, man. Yeah, but it doesn't really answer the question, as in, like, so what, can you please define a troll for me? Like, what does the official fucking It's Them Every Time book tell us what is? Troll definition. Be a laugh if it just says a fat cunt like Becky, wouldn't it? Oh, not like that. It's telling me what one under the fucking bridge is. Internet troll definition. Oh, it's really close now. You can really hear it. An internet troll is an individual who deliberately posts provocative, inflammatory, off-the-topic messages in online communities to bait people into emotional or angry responses. So that sounds like the first one to me, just a fucking retard. It doesn't sound like anyone who's clever, or, like, I mean, why would anyone do that? Like, why would anyone want to spend their time doing that unless they absolutely hate themselves and are doing anything and everything to escape themselves? So yeah, I just think it's retarded. Oh, here's the fat fuck herself. Also, anyone who is sending me abusive comments, I will be reporting to YouTube. Wow, like, what does this one even think is going to happen? Like, mean, yeah, maybe YouTube would do something to me if I actually, you know, overstepped the very gay community guidelines. Which, you know, potentially, you know, they might be, they might still be into fucking body positivity and all that fucking garbage. So maybe they'll take this video down and give me a warning, but it would be my first warning. It would mean nothing to me. This channel is nowhere near getting into trouble. And so I'd literally just lose this video. Like, well, I've already fucking made the money. It don't really fucking matter. And then what you think, like, what do you think is going to happen to people whose comments you're reporting? Like, what world do you live in? Like, what? You know, these people are desperate for 1984. You know, they're like this. These are the people that rang the police when their neighbors had someone round during COVID. You know, they love it. They love being told what to do because it means they can tell others what to do. And it's the first time in their life they have any sense of power, because these people are all HR office workers. You know, they're all like the lowest of the low. No one gives a fuck about them, especially a fat, ugly one like this. Like, no one, like, this one's never even had a shag. This one's never even fucking sniffed her fucking pussy underneath all those fucking fat flaps. Like, fucking vile, man. It's probably gone fucking moldy and septic. So, I mean, obviously she's just fucking fuming, man. Like, just hates everything and everyone. And I've lost my train of thought, but like, what does she think? Like, does she like? Okay, so I'm starting to get the troll thing now. I still think it's the most ridiculous, retarded, why would anyone do it concept ever. But this can't be real. Like, this can't be real. Like, one, no one can be that fat. And two, you can't be this pathetic. Like, is it possible? Yes, but actually it is possible. Like, just look at pride marches. I mean, have you seen those recently? I mean, it's just like the most retard. It's just a march of retardation. It's unbelievable. Like, the genetics in those marches are just almost as bad as the bioweapons. I imagine fat bitch loves a fucking pride march, or except she won't be able to march. She has to get pushed along. But then a lot of them are getting pushed along because it's literally like the most. God, yeah, it really is the bottom of the barrel, the pride march. And it was bad when it was just fucking gays. It was fucking awful when it was just gays. But now when it's all the tranny stuff, like, oh my days. And then we've got this whole libtard thing as well. And it's just such a bad mix, man. And it's all the worst things mixed together. It's just fucking horrendous. What? Yeah, I mean, I assume he's a YouTuber, but like, Vietnam's a big place, mate. It's like when an American asks if you have fucking tea with the Queen. We're pretty dead now. We're pretty hard seeing as she's dead, but it was hard even when she was alive. Americans, I don't know if you realize, we don't all know the Queen. You can't say that and not fucking give more. I'm not, you know, I if I had to gamble, I would say that's much more likely. Just because, like, the same way I approach Rupert Lowe, like, you do not get into that position if you're not part of the club. Like, it's just impossible. And it seems incredible to me that David Icke is being allowed to say what he said without being killed off, unless they wanted that information out there. And if you think about it, you know, what does that information do? It creates a lot of fear. It creates a lot of helplessness. It adds just to the mire and the confusion, the division. So now we've got like people who think being awake is realizing that, you know, Labour is full of pedos, and then you've got people who think being awake is realizing that we have reptilian overlords. So even within like the right wing, let's call it, you've now got this massive split. And then obviously within that, you've got way more like Reform and Restore and all sorts, Civnat and Ethnonat. I mean, really, Civnats just aren't right wing. You know, Civnats are lefties. It's only because the lefties gone so far into insanity with, you know, fat bitches like Becky that that they now look slightly right wing, but they're lefties. You know, Civnats are absolute. Tommy Robinson is an absolute lefty or centrist at most. You know, no different to the policies of left-wing politicians in the 90s. Hey, bro. I hope you're enjoying that, countryman. I think that's fairly accurate, actually. And you were fucking retarded before. I'm just laughing at this haters comment. Do I go into it on? I mean, it's pearls to swine. There's no fucking point. And I know all you're trying to do is catch me out. Like, I know you're not actually interested, but you know, really, quite easily, it's taking responsibility. It's taking self accountability. So it's the opposite of what Spen did earlier. It's the opposite of fat bitches like Becky who just like want to report and control, rather than be like, oh god, yeah, I'm fat, I should lose some weight. You know, take responsibility. So in its simplest form, it is literally having awareness of self and observing the self. Oh, I need to plug the PC and it's about to die. All right, this is going to be the end of the stream. It's having awareness of self, observing and taking responsibility and trying to improve self rather than just staying in the external and projecting onto everyone else like you do all your life. So you won't understand what I've just said because your only reference, your only frame is external, is blame, is ridicule, is defensiveness. It is completely the opposite of going internal, of reflecting on self and taking responsibility. Thank you, everyone. My laptop's about to die. Thank you for being part of it. I've actually really enjoyed it. Definitely going to do it again. Huge thank you to... Oh, this is risky because my laptop is going to die. It's going to die any second. I mean, I don't know what happens to the live stream if I don't end it. Huge thank you to Jim Botron, Keith Champ, Keith Nash! Keith fucking Nash, my man! I didn't realise it was you. Shit, brother. Ah, gutted, mate. I wish I'd read that earlier. I went to school with Keith Nash. She was my best friend from the age of roughly 9 to 13, something like that. Fucking legend, living it up in Thailand. Keith fucking Nash, you bad boy. PFC Gav Pup. We Can Do This Warriors, Welsh Warrior, and Monty. Thank you so much. I will probably see you tomorrow. I quite enjoyed that in the end.